Welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at the base plate drawing, and we're going to be using Autodesk Inventor to complete this model. With Autodesk Inventor open on your computer, we're going to be doing a new IPT or part file. So we can just click on part, or you can go new standard IPT. We have the handout in front of us, hopefully, or up on the computer screen. For knowing what it is we're going to be drawing as we complete this part. Just like we did in the support drawing, we're going to start with a new sketch. And you can click on any one of those three yellow boxes to get started. I'm going to begin by drawing the base. So I'm just going to do a rectangle here, and I'm going to give it the dimensions as I go. The base is 1.5 by 3. And I'm going to go ahead and extrude that base 1.5. So I have 1.5 by 1.5 by 3 right now. So now I'm going to go ahead and draw on this to put the crowns in. So I'm going to start with the center cavity. I'm just going to draw a rectangle in there and give it dimensions for the wall thickness of 1/4 inch. For a dimensioning tool, I'm grabbing each line and just dimensioning between the lines. And finish. Extrude that shape, cut a 1/2 inch down, 0.5. We got the cavity. Now I got to make the crowns, so I'm going to sketch on the top again. And I'm going to just make a rectangle like this, bigger than I need, and I'm going to dimension from here to the edge of the rectangle to be 1 inch, and from here to the edge of the rectangle to be 1 inch, which leaves a 1 inch crown. And do the same thing in the other direction. Dimension from there to my edge of the rectangle in that direction is 0.375. 0.375. And that should give me a 3/4 inch crown. Okay, finish, extrude. I want all of this, and I want all of that. Cut 0.25. There's my crowns. All of that so far is not new content, but what we're going to be drawing for the feet now, for both sets of feet, is going to be new content. First one we're going to do is a work plane. A work plane is like just another surface we can draw on, like we can draw on any of these surfaces, but if I want to draw in the middle of the part, I need a work plane. So I'm going to go work plane tool. I'm going to click and drag on this front surface backwards. So click, hold, drag, and that's a negative direction. Halfway through the part would be 3/4 inch, so negative 0.75. And now I have a drawing plane right through the middle of my part. So I can do sketch on that surface, and now I'm drawing, as you can see, right in the middle of the part. Well, here's a quick tool so that you can see the middle of the part, nothing in front of it. In fact, I'm going to go to an isometric when I do it just so you can see it happen. We are going to right-click, slice graphics. Now we're in a sketch on a part that has stuff in front of it. So right-click, slice graphics, and it gets rid of everything in front of your sketch. So now I can draw my side feet. Another new tool is going to be project geometry. I want to get this line as a line I can actually use. Right now it's not. I want that line, and I want the bottom line. So I'm just grabbing a couple of lines that I want on my sketch. Now that I have those, I'm going to draw my triangle foot. So it comes out here. 0.375, 3/8 of an inch. New line, it goes up here until it meets that intersection. And then I'm going to close it off. And there's my foot. When I finish sketch, you see I have a triangle in the middle of the part. I'm now going to extrude, adding material, so I'm leaving that, but I'm going to extrude it both directions along the midpoint, and it's going to extrude 1.25. And there is that foot. Now I can do that all over again to draw the other side, or we can look at another new tool, which is going to be mirror. So I'm going to make a copy of this foot along the center point to make a copy over here. So I need another work plane in the middle of the part. So work plane, this time this side, grab, drag, -1.5, and I've got a work plane going through that direction. So now I'm going to use mirror. Right here. What do I want to mirror? This foot right here. Come on. Mirror plane. I want to mirror it across this work plane. And it shows you it's going to make a copy over there.
Thank you for calling the Skills USA. This is Lauren.
Okay. So those feet are done. Now we're going to create the front feet. We're going to do that one step at a time, 1 foot at a time. So we're going to sketch on this surface. Oops, I grabbed the work plane by accident.
Forward you to one of our coaches and they can talk you through that.
I'm going to sketch on this main front surface. And I'm going to draw the back rectangle of the foot. And that is 0.5 tall by 0.75 long. And I know where it is. It's along the bottom, which I drew it on the bottom, and I'm going to dimension to the edge. That gap is 0.375. Finish. You say, well, that's not the foot, and I agree, it's only the back part of the foot. The front part of the foot is out here in space. So again, we're going to use work plane. I'm going to grab this front surface, click, grab, hold, drag it out this time, not into the part, but away from the part. And I'm going to bring it out as far as the foot is. The foot is 0.5 out. So now I've got this work plane hanging out in space. I'm going to sketch on that work plane out in space. And I'm going to draw the front portion of the foot. But you'll notice I can't snap to any of the lines that are back there because they're not on this sketch. They're on the back sketch. I'm drawing out front. Well, we already used a tool that's going to bring those lines to us, and that was project geometry. So project geometry, I'm going to grab those 3 lines, and now, because they're on my sketch, I can use those as references. So, rectangle tool, from this intersection out, the smaller foot is a 1/2 inch by a 1/4 inch. Finish sketch. And now we have sketch 6 as the back one, sketch 7 as the front one. Yours might not have the same numbers, but that's okay. And now we can use a tool called Loft. Loft is going to combine 2 sketches to make a shape. As you can see in the demonstration, when I hover on the icon, it's taking all kinds of goofy circles and ovals and making whatever shape that is. We're just going to go from 2 different rectangle sizes. So Loft. In here, pretty simple, click to add. So I'm going to click on the click to add. I'm going to go grab my back sketch, and it automatically grabs the rectangle. I'm going to come in here and do the click to add again by clicking this, click to add. And I'm going to come grab the front rectangle. And it shows what it's going to do, which I like, and okay. And there's the foot. Don't worry, we're going to do this again as practice. So we're going to sketch on the back. We're going to make a rectangle that is 0.75 by 0.5. We're going to dimension it to the edge of the part to be 0.375, 3/8 of an inch. Finish. That's sketch 8. We're going to sketch on the front work plane out in space. We're going to use project geometry. And now we're going to draw the inner rectangle to be 0.5 by 0.25. Finish. And then we're going to loft, click to add, grab that back sketch. Click to add, grab the front sketch, and OK. Now we can keep doing this 2 more times, or we can just mirror these 2 feet across the part. Well, we've already done mirror, so mirror this and that foot. The mirror plane is the mid work plane. If we rotate, we should see it showing us copies, and OK. And there is your base plate. We want to turn off all these unused or all these not needed work planes. All we do is visibility. So right click over here, visibility, right click, visibility, right click, visibility. We're not deleting them in case we need them again. All we did was simply turn them off. So once you've gotten to this point, hopefully you've saved a couple of times as 3D02 base plate, and you can now upload that IPT file into Google Classroom to be graded, just like we did with the support file. So we have gone through the steps of drawing the base plate. A couple of new tools we used today. We used work planes so that we can find new sketch locations. We used slice graphics so we can get rid of stuff that was in front of it. We used a loft tool so that we can send one shape to another shape. And we used the mirror tool so that we can make a copy of something along a center plane. So 4 new tools that we used today. You can back up this video as many times as you want to see those steps, or you can reach out to me for help. Good luck with completing your 3D02 base plate.